Welcome to Cooking Common Sense. Tonight we're having chicken teriyaki rice bowls for dinner. So I'm going to show you first how to make teriyaki sauce. Really simple, like everything we do. Mostly it's teriyaki, and it's garlic and ginger and some sort of sweetener. So I'm going to start with the soy sauce because everybody knows what soy sauce is and usually has some on hand. It's very salty and it's very strong, so it'll hold up to everything else. We don't need very much. I'm going to use about 3/4 of a cup. And then for sweeteners, you can use whatever kind of sweetener you want. You can use sugar, organic sugar, brown sugar. My secret weapon is pineapple concentrate. You can use pineapple juice, you can use crushed pineapple, anything to get the pineapple flavor in there. And since it's a concentrate, it's sweeter, so I don't use as much sweetener. But I love pineapple and teriyaki. It's very good. And I'd say I use about 1/4 of a cup. And I'm still going to add a little bit of sweetener. Now, if I didn't have the pineapple, I would just use about 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. But since I do have the pineapple, I'm just going to put about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in here. And then I'm going to use fresh garlic and fresh ginger. I picked one up today so you guys could see what it looks like. I've peeled it. Ginger is a big root. It looks almost like the root of an iris flower. And you peel it back and then you grate it. If you don't have fresh, just use powdered garlic. And if you don't have ginger, you can leave it out. It just is nice to have that extra flavor in there. It is Asian and very good. So we have our ginger. It's about a big teaspoon. And then my fresh garlic. So I'm not going to use the powdered stuff. I'm not going to use the sugar. Oh, another sweetener, honey. If you don't have sugar and you have honey, use honey. So, real simple. You just need soy sauce and some sweetener and some garlic for a teriyaki sauce. You don't have to get fancy, but if you want to get fancy, add ginger, add pineapple, use some honey. Now, for my meat, obviously I'm using chicken. I had some leftover boneless, skinless, boneless chicken breasts from dinner the other night, so I'm going to use those too. And then I have thighs. These have the bone in. It's easier if you're going to buy the chicken to get boneless, just to cut it up for the bowls afterwards, but it doesn't matter. Chicken's chicken. Use a whole chicken and cut it up if that's what you have. Now I'm going to pour this over the chicken, and I'm going to let it marinate for about 1/2 hour because I'm going to do it in the oven. If I were going to barbecue this, I wouldn't put any sauce on it until after it was almost done cooking because it burns. It's got so much sugar in it. But in the oven, it's going to help it brown, and I'm going to keep the temperature down so it won't burn. So after it's done marinating, come back and we'll show you how we get our chicken. So the chicken has been marinating in the teriyaki sauce for about 1/2 hour, maybe 45 minutes. If you don't have time to marinate it, don't worry about it. Just baste it when it's in the oven. Some of us are busy and don't have that extra time. I have a cast iron grill that my friend Erica bought me that I love for this because I don't have to barbecue outside. It's great, and it still browns the chicken. And I'm just going to set this on here. I preheated it to 400 so that this pan would be screaming hot and will brown the chicken better. These breasts will probably get done sooner because lean meat cooks faster. So I'll check on them, and when they get brown, I'll probably pull them out before the other chicken. So, that's that. Put them in to cook. Get rid of and you can save that juice and keep basting if you want. More is better. And then I put a steamer basket in my pot with about 1 inch of water. And I have my vegetables here already cut up. I have broccoli, carrots, zucchini, and red cabbage. And I'm going to steam them. So put the harder vegetables towards the bottom and the softer vegetables towards the top. So the softer vegetables don't get mushy and the harder vegetables get nice and soft. starts down to cook. Okay, so that's the vegetables. Now for the rice. Today I'm using a generic long grain rice because it's what I have, but you use whatever you have. If you have Uncle whoever or Minute whatever converted rice, use that. My friend Erica uses jasmine rice for her Asian cooking, and I think it's really good. This rice is usually a two parts water to 1 part rice, but read your directions because every rice comes with different directions, it seems like, and you want to follow them. So this all goes in cold with a little bit of salt. I'm not going to put butter in it because I don't think I need it with the teriyaki. We're just going to give it a tiny bit of stirring so that it doesn't all settle on the bottom. Then we're going to cover everything up. I'm going to bring this to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to simmer. And I'm going to turn these vegetables up high so that they boil. And when they start boiling, there we go. When they start boiling, I'll turn it down or off. I don't want them to get too soft. Everything's going to be done a little bit before the chicken, but that's okay. And that's it. So my oven is back up to temperature, you can see. And so we're going to let the chicken cook for probably about 45 minutes or an hour. These aren't going to take very long, and I'll turn those off and we'll see when the chicken's done. Our chicken has been cooking for about 45 minutes on 375, and I started it on 400, got the griddle hot. If you don't have a griddle, just use a broiler pan. So I started on 400, let it brown, and then I turned it down to 375. It took the same amount of time as the rice, which was about 45 minutes. And I let our veggies boil for, I don't know, about 10 minutes, and then I took them off. So first we're going to put some rice in here. And then we're going to put some vegetables. The broccoli and carrots and cabbage and zucchini. Put 2 pieces of chicken. And also I made more sauce because I dumped all of the sauce on the chicken to marinate, and I should have held some back so that at the end you could just put a little bit on here. It doesn't take very much. This stuff is so powerful. Just a little bit. Anyway, that's our chicken teriyaki rice bowl, and